Hey guys, it is Brido here. FIFA 14 today got its first information released regarding the game, and I wanted to make a quick analysis video regarding the four main features that they focus on, those being improved dribbling and new ways to defend, teammate AI, realistic shot taking, and new additions to career mode. I also want to get your opinions too on these, so leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of these and what you're hoping to see in FIFA 14 as well. But let's start off with the new improved dribbling and ways to defend. So the two main features that they're adding for dribbling is sprint dribble turns and variable dribble touches. Both of these features are really based on giving the player more freedom while he's dribbling the ball, giving a player an option to actually turn when he wants rather than having a subjected turn, and also slightly tweaking the dribble when they're actually dribbling the ball. Is going to be two things that I think is going to really help players that are very good at this and make the skilled players even more skilled in a very natural way, hopefully, for FIFA 14. And to counteract to this is the fact that they're going to be adding stronger man marking, better runs from the defenders, and overall stronger AI, which I'll be talking about just in a second. And these are just features that are really kind of brushing up on what they've already done in the past, but adding, extra polish at this point, in the generation. There's not a lot you can do to the graphics, but there's been so many years build up of actual, gameplay improvements that really we're going to probably see these features and features that you enjoyed from FIFA 14 elevated to another level. Connected closely to this as well as the teammate AI, which is something that they're actually trying to improve as well for FIFA 14. And one of the points they're trying to make too is that they're changing the game really from trying to be unpredictable to more satisfying, which is something that actually really resonates with me as a player. And I usually play most of my games offline, so what they're kind of talking about a bit is that what they really tried to push for FIFA 13 was this fact that the games would be unpredictable. You wouldn't know what was going on, and what that really led to a lot of times is this extreme frustration where it seemed you'd be controlling the game, you'd be doing a great job, and then this out-of-the-blue play would be built up by the other team, and they'd score a late goal to tie the game. And this is kind of an interesting way to build up this kind of anticipation and anxiety while you're playing the game, but also didn't really show the true actual play that would be normally built up in an actual attack, and it kind of added to the fact that you felt like it was kind of the computer going against you in a lot of ways. So one of the things that they really touched on was the teammate AI and how there's going to be a lot more build up in the plays, which is something that I'm actually really excited to really see in the game. And you do see that from time to time. There's these small moments of glimmer when you play FIFA 13 where you say to yourself, wow, that was a really great play that the computer built up there. But a lot of times it really isn't that. It's really just kind of like this back and forth motions that, again, going with the dribbling, it's very cut and paste that they're doing, and they're getting by you, and then they're taking that shot that goes in the net, and you're like, okay, that's cool. But there's those sometimes you see them, make those great passing plays and then score that goal, and you're like, good job, computer, good job on making that happen. And I'm really excited to see what this could potentially mean for that. And this isn't necessarily talking about the computer in general, but it's also talking about your teammates on your team as well. The idea is that the play is going to be built up a lot more through your team, through these passing plays, and through the actual build-up of going from your own end to the other side of the pitch and really trying to create your own opportunities. And this may seem boring to some people, but really, to me, is something that I'm going to be quite interested to see build up and want to actually see in gameplay first before I get really excited for it. But could really mean this more realistic kind of game style where the game does have its action-packed moments, but also has these build-ups that are quite beautiful and quite amazing to see on both sides of the pitch. So that's something that they did highlight there, and kind of talked about the fact that the AI for both sides is going to be a lot more improved in the way that they're actually going to be thinking in that type of manner. And again, a wait and see type of thing that I want to see them actually implement before really kind of saying, good on you guys, but still something to be very excited about for the next game here. One of the other features as well that they highlighted quite a bit was the realistic shot taking being something new in FIFA 14. Now what this is exactly, essentially when you're dribbling the ball in FIFA 13, when you take your shot, a shot animation starts right after you're dribbling the ball. So if you look at the multiple types of opportunities that you have, most times it kind of connects with your foot and then you take the shot. But the idea of FIFA 14 is when you're taking the shot, it's dependent on where the ball is and where your foot is and how it's in the dribbling animation, right? And I think this is going to obviously play into the fact that you have to be close enough. There's going to be not this fluid, you could just completely kick and miss the ball. But the idea here is that they're going to actually create this opportunity for a dipping shot, a curved shot, or even just a nice beautiful shot that goes in the net. And this is all dependent on where you are, where you're hitting it, what type of pressure you have on you by a defender, where your actual body, weight is when you're taking the actual shot. And again, something that can be a bit skeptical of because I haven't seen it personally, but the actual comparison videos that they posted on the EA forums are quite interesting. And if this can be actually something too that adds a lot of flavor to your actual opportunities, then that's something that I can totally get behind because, really for me, at least I see it this way, that when I play FIFA 13 sometimes, there's shots that are complete misses sometimes, and other shots that are really great goals, but there is never really this kind of like A to B equals C type of scenario where a lot of times you get a shot that's a complete miss and you look at the player that took that shot, let's say it's a computer on a penalty kick, why did he miss that shot? Or even when he's got a great opportunity coming on the side there, you're like, why did he miss that? He should have scored that goal. And it'd be really interesting to see if this actually correlates into the player actually showing, specifically if you went back to the replay, oh, he just missed it, he just scuffed it there, he was being, pressured by the defender here, so he didn't have the right positioning to actually take that shot properly. These are all things that, again, I'm kind of taking from what they're saying and putting into a circumstance that could be extremely interesting, but what I'm reading from this and what the comparison videos that they've already posted kind of show is that this could potentially be a really neat feature that actually adds a lot more to the kind of unpredictability of a shot, and not unpredictability of a game, but just the overall, shot taking that you have when you have that great chance. You'll know that you actually took the chance properly, or possibly it could be another opportunity where you just scuff it, or it's a bad chance. So again, I want to wait and see more of this, but this is probably the most interesting feature to me out of all the things that they've talked about. Lastly, they talked a little bit about career mode as well, which is probably my most favorite mode in all the FIFA games, and very excited to see what they're going to do for FIFA 14. Just a couple small features right now. They're not really delving into it too much. There's a lot of time until FIFA 14 comes out, so we should expect to see more about this in the future, but for the time being, a couple nice features that will be adding into FIFA 14. The first one being that they're going to kind of remap the actual system of how the game looks when you're in career mode. And again, I'll show a picture here for you guys to see. Very nice, very sleek. Again, nothing really much that you can say there except for the fact that it looks nice and hopefully will be very accessible to move around the menus and see stuff, because sometimes things can be a little bit hidden when you're going through. I know where everything is now that I've played the game for quite a long time, but it's always nice to see a kind of a revamping and a new look to something like that. Nothing too major, but still a nice little feature right there. And the last part, it's a little bit bigger part, is the fact that they're actually going to be revamping the scouting system. There's not a lot of info on this yet, so I'm interested to actually see the specifics, the really nitty-gritty details on this one. What they're talking about is that it's going to be a lot easier to find the specific player that you want for your team. A lot of times when you're scouting players right now, you're trying to find a certain player, but you really end up finding, he could be a left back, he could be a left mid, he could be a center mid, he could be a center back, and sometimes you're trying to find, let's say, an offensively gifted player, and you end up with this person that isn't necessarily the exact skills that you want. This to me kind of sends out a message that they're going to really be focusing on finding specific talent when you're trying to find players, and that sounds really interesting to me too. But the one thing I'm hoping for is that there's going to be a little bit more intuity to the players, and also just a little bit more info overall on them. It'd be nice to see maybe a little bit more fleshed out in the scouting career area, and hopefully that'll be something that they're going to talk a little bit more about, but I'm interested to see that as well. So overall, that's my opinions of all the stuff they've announced for FIFA 14 thus far. I know I probably missed a couple of the key features, but I wanted to get this video out to talk to you guys, and I want to get your opinions as well of what you think of the modes and, well, not the modes, but the features that they've kind of announced. I'm very interested to see what's going to be coming of this. I'm still apprehensive of really getting excited for this game, but I will buy it on day one, as most of you expect. In the coming weeks and months, if any new info comes out for FIFA 14 as well, I will be doing more videos talking about the new features, and also when I get possibly a chance to play the game, I'll have that up on YouTube as well. Thanks guys for watching. Leave your comments below of what you think, and I'll see you around in the future. Cheers.